Here with Mary Mikutowski of the UMC volleyball team, doing a little feature on you this weekend. First off, you're one of the only, well, I think you might be the only two-sport athlete this year between being a member of the volleyball team and women's golf. Just talk about how you have balanced the two sports over your time at UMC.
Well, to start off, I only played volleyball in the fall, and then in the spring I had done morning workouts the past 3 years, and then once golf started, it was all about golf, and I would golf on the weekends. So the part with like practice and stuff wasn't really hard for the golf and volleyball in the spring because we're working out in the morning. And then also the fact that there's usually snow on the ground, so we can't really practice until the weekend when we go for our practice rounds, usually on a Friday. So that hasn't been hard. Sometimes there's times where I wish I would be with one team or the other, but kind of have to balance that. In the spring, I never got to play in the spring tournament, so I'd be practicing, but never really get to see any rewards for that. But I get to golf, so that's fun too.
Was it always your plan to play golf here, or was it just something you were approached about once you got here? Just what was the whole process of, Coach Mallon at the time, recruiting you for golf?
Well, originally I was recruited for volleyball, and then Coach Anderson actually suggested it, being a two-sport athlete, and Mallon was all about it. Because the golf team usually is lower in numbers, and I knew that with the experience I had from high school that I definitely could be a part of their team, and I was grateful for that because I've made some good friends and got to continue my golf career. It's fun to compete, so it was good.
Just talk about your journey as a volleyball player here over your 4 years. Your first 2 years especially didn't see a whole lot of time. Last year you saw a little more time, and then this year now you've split the libero position. Just talk about the hard work you put in to try to get to this point where now you're starting matches for the Golden Eagles.
Well, obviously freshman year I wasn't expecting to see a whole lot of playing time. In high school I was on teams where I was never like the superstar, so I was kind of used to that, and I was more accepting of my role, and I just kind of kept working hard, and I've battled injuries and adversity through that, but I just kind of have to keep working hard, and results will come. And even this year I have to keep working hard because there's two younger defensive players who are right there with me, if not better. We push each other each day. To whoever gets to start at the end of the week is the one who's worked the hardest, and you just got to keep working hard no matter what.
Just talk a little more about just how Becca and Casey, the other defensive players, have really pushed you to try to be a better player this year and get that starting role on the weekends.
Obviously I'm the oldest, so I have the most experience with the team. Casey and Becca are both really young, but they're both very talented, and they push me to be better, and I think they strive to be better than me. Well, we're all equal. I don't want to say I'm better than them.
Yep.
Because they're better at me in a lot of aspects too, but we just kind of push each other and keep working hard.
What have you tried to do just to help them out just as younger players in terms of just, especially Becca this year as a freshman, adjust to being a collegiate player? Obviously a lot different than from what she saw at the club and high school levels.
Pretty much the biggest difference from high school and club to college is the pace of play. It's a lot faster. Even just going back to work with my high school teams over the summer and stuff, you can definitely see the difference once you're exposed to this faster pace kind of game. And I think both Casey and Becca have adapted really well, and I think they'll do very good things for this program.
You're obviously wrapping up your career, at least on the volleyball court here. Just what will go through your head that last time you take the court at Lee Soccer Gymnasium along with Brittany and Morgan?
I haven't really thought about that much. Obviously, it's approaching and it'll probably come faster than I'm expecting it to, even though it's only about 4 weeks away. I'm not really sure yet. It'll be sad because there's been a lot of blood, sweat, and tears that have been put into working the last 4 years in that gym.
Do you think it'll help too, the fact that while your volleyball career's not over, you've still got another season with golf?
Yeah, I think that'll help because not any other athlete here really has the opportunity.
Yep.
But it'll be saying not goodbye, but a farewell to volleyball and the team and my coaches, and everything that we have put in together over the past 4 years is kind of a lot different than golf, but it'll be nice to have that kind of second chance to continue in the spring with my collegiate career.
Awesome. Thanks, Mary.